When discussing the most prominent actresses of the 1990s, Alicia Silverstone's name inevitably comes to mind. She first captured the public's attention at just 16, starring in Aerosmith's iconic music video for Cryin. Over the years, Silverstone proved her talent extended far beyond music videos, earning a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a television series, musical or comedy, for her role in NBC's Miss Match, 2003. With an impressive and diverse acting career, she has delivered many memorable performances. Below are some of the best movies starring Alicia Silverstone that showcase her range and charm. 8. Hideaway, 1995. Based on Dean Koontz's novel of the same name, Hideaway, 1995, is a supernatural horror film directed by Brett Leonard. The story centers on a man who, after being brought back to life, begins experiencing terrifying visions, only to realize he's developed a psychic link with a sadistic serial killer. Through this eerie connection, he can see the world through the murderer's eyes. Alicia Silverstone plays the part of the main lead's daughter, Regina, who becomes a victim of the psychotic killer. Regina plays a crucial part in the narrative, but her character is a bit limiting. However, she does a good job at playing the naive teen who ends up falling for the antagonist's ploys. 7. Vamps, 2012. Directed by Amy Heckerling, Vamps is a 2012 American comedy horror film with a dash of romance in it. The movie centers around two vampire best friends, Goody and Stacy, portrayed by Alicia Silverstone and Kristen Ritter. The two struggle to keep up with modern trends and abstain from feeding off humans, instead relying on rodent blood. Silverstone's character was turned into a vampire in 1841, meaning that she's been a part of quite a few protests, including the abolitionist, women's suffrage, and Vietnam anti-war movements. However, it seems the technological revolution was too much for Goody to handle. The vampire can't operate a computer and struggles to get the hang of texting. Silverstone does a pretty decent job at portraying the sweet non-tech-savvy vampire. 6. Catfight, 2016. The movie follows the story of two former college friends who reunite at a party. Catfight starts off a little slow, but slowly the tension builds up, ultimately resulting in a violent explosion. Alicia plays the part of Hetchy's girlfriend, Lisa. Perhaps this is one of the roles where you really get to see Silverstone portray her talent as an actress. On the surface, Lisa seems quite normal, but upon closer inception, the audience can see the cracks in her personality. She is seen smiling at her girlfriend, Ashley, in a supportive way, but a closer look reveals the irritation and contempt she feels. Lisa is passive-aggressive and an elitist, and is not really as supportive of her partner as she appears on the surface. Silverstone really goes in to portray a rather complex and unlikable character. 5. Who Gets the Dog, 2016. Who Gets the Dog is a romantic comedy that centers around a divorcing couple that fights over the custody of their dog, Wesley. Alicia portrays the part of Dr. Olive Green, a top doctor, who has high hopes of starting a family. However, her husband, Clay Lonergan, is too busy chasing after his dreams to provide her with the stability she requires. Finally done with Clay's immaturity, Olive kicks him out of their home. While the movie is quite predictable, Silverstone's charming character, along with Wesley's cuteness, is enough to make it a favorite for many watchers. 4. Excess Baggage, 1997. Excess Baggage is a crime comedy. The movie follows Emily Hope, portrayed by Alicia Silverstone, who stages her own kidnapping to get the attention of her wealthy, yet corrupt father. Things take a rather unexpected turn when a car thief ends up stealing the car, in which truck she's locked herself in. One of the reasons this movie is higher up on this list is because Silverstone was also an uncredited producer for the movie. Not only does the audience get to see Silverstone's skills as an actress, but also as a producer, making this movie a must-watch for Alicia Silverstone fans. 3. Blast from the Past, 1999. Blast from the Past is a romantic comedy that also has elements of fantasy. It stars Brendan Fraser as Adam Weber and Alicia Silverstone as Eve Rustikoff. Silverstone's world-wise Eve is quite a contrast to Fraser's Adam, who has spent his whole life cooped up in a fallout shelter and is still new to the wonders of the new world. The two make quite a pair. Eve has a hard time believing Adam's strange behavior, yet still ends up falling for him in the end. All in all, this film is quite a treat. 2. The Crush, 1993. Alicia Silverstone made her feature film debut in the psychological thriller The Crush. At first, the story appears straightforward. A 28-year-old writer named Nick Elliott moves into a guest house, hoping for a quiet place to work. There, he meets his landlord's 14-year-old daughter, Adrienne Forrester, played by Silverstone. However, as the plot unfolds, both Nick and the audience realize that Adrienne's seemingly innocent crush is far from harmless. Her fascination quickly turns into obsession, leading her to lash out at those around Nick. Silverstone delivers a chilling and captivating performance as the unstable and menacing Adrienne, a role that earned her 2 MTV Movie TV Awards for Best Breakthrough Performance and Best Villain. 1. Clueless, 1995. Few would disagree that Clueless represents the pinnacle of Alicia Silverstone's career. Her performance earned her 5 different awards, including the American Comedy Award for Funniest Actress in a Motion Picture, Leading Role, and a Chicago Film Critics Association Award. In the film, Alicia perfectly embodies the role of a wealthy, spoiled, yet charmingly naive blonde, a character that quickly became iconic. Clueless is widely regarded as one of the greatest teen movies ever made and continues to maintain a devoted cult following to this day.